Hi Sarika, it's great to be here at Kumaun, and we had an opportunity to meet during the workshop organized by the Harvard South Asia Institute at ETI Gandhi Nagar along with the Tata Trusts, and we had you and about 50 other participants. So it was great to connect them. I would like to know from you what you have as a vision for the Kumaun Grameen Udyog and the parent organization Chirag, and the interlinkages between the larger ecosystem that you wish to cater to, or you all are catering to from last many years, especially in the area of livelihood creation in the Indian craft sector. So some of your thoughts on that.
So basically it was actually a very good opportunity for us to connect at the workshop, and it also brought us in touch with a lot of like-minded organizations, and we could actually see and compare notes as to where we can grow and learn. So that way the workshop was very helpful. And in terms of vision of KGU, it has always been creating livelihoods for the local craftsmen and farmers. So that is what we have been working towards since last 20 years. So our idea is to develop skills of the local people so that they can start earning their own livelihoods, and they're not dependent upon only agriculture, which has been the mainstay of their livelihood so far. So we at KGU, I think, have been able to do that to an extent, because we have been now gainfully engaging about 300 artisans, and we've been sourcing material from about 700 farmers at the moment. So in a way it is a great contribution to the area, because a lot of people who had to move out of their villages and go to migrate to cities are now getting work right here. So that way at KGU we have been able to see our vision come alive by employing and generating livelihoods for so many people in the area.
Do you think the kind of efforts that KGU has made has led to a reduction in the kind of typical migrations that would have occurred, given the lack of opportunities for Indian handicrafts, especially in the handloom sector that you are working on, especially in these hilly regions where opportunities are on the decline?
That's true. I mean, especially our weaving center is based in a village itself, in the heart of a village called Burivana. So I can say for sure that at least people around that weaving center from 2-3 villages, whoever are coming to our center, we have been able to check migration at least in those villages, because they are getting work sitting in their own homes, and they just have to walk like 10 minutes to reach the workplace. So that way I think we have been able to contribute a lot in terms of checking migration. And also second important thing is we have been able to provide money into the hands of women, which was not the case so far, because everything was going to the patriarchs, in the patriarch's hands. So none of the women were getting any actual hard cash in their hands.
Right.
So they had no control over their own personal expenditures, personal needs. And now when they're getting money through working with KGU, they have been able to spend on their healthcare, they have been able to provide good education to their children. So in a way, it's checked migration. It also has empowered women to a lot of extent.
Right. And through Chirag, which is the NGO, the parent organization for KGU, you also do a lot of integrated rural development, healthcare, education. Would you like to share something about
that? I mean, I think that's one of the very unique things about our organization. I don't think there are many examples of this sort in the country. There would be few, but not many, because from the beginning, the idea was that KGU is going to do a lot of livelihood generation through selling the craft products and the agri products, and because we are registered as a Section 8 company, so that has been our mandate since beginning, that whatever profits are generated goes back to the community. And Chirag has been working with the community since last 30 years, so they have a much greater reach to the communities, and they understand the needs of the community. So we have been able to contribute from our profits to the healthcare and the education needs of the area to a large extent. So in a way, sort of people are becoming self-sufficient, and also they themselves are contributing towards their own larger good.
Right. What do you think was the advantage or the uniqueness of the workshop that we had at Gandhi Nagar? What are the things that you liked, or what are the things that you feel were relevant to the handicraft sector?
So I think that workshop at Gandhi Nagar was, I think, one of the first kind of workshops where actually people who are practically working in the field, people from our kind of organizations who are in different part of the country, we all got an opportunity to get together, because otherwise, and it was an informal setting, so we could actually, and it was a residential workshop, so that really helped. We got a lot of time at the end of the day to interact with the people from the organizations. Heads of other organizations were there, so then we could share notes on how we could grow and what kind of challenges they are facing, and if they have been able to address that, I could learn a lot from another CEO there. So it really helped us. And then in terms of the workshop itself, the content wise it was extremely strong, because whatever sessions were planned, the experts which came in, they brought in a lot of value. And then all the topics were very relevant to the current need we have, like marketing and online space and social media. So all those things were very helpful for us to sort of be at par with what is the need going forward.
Right. Kumaun Grameen Udyog was the one which received the maximum amount of grant. So, is there anything that you would like to share about the grant, its relevance, and how it helped you in kind of some social innovation that was attempted for your organization?
I'm extremely, from the organization point of view, from everybody in our team, I'm extremely grateful that we were selected by Howard South Asia Institute and Tata Trust for for implementing the idea we had. So it's been a very great opportunity for us, and it has sort of really helped in building and strengthening the systems which we always we had hoped to do, but then we always kept shifting it to the back burner, because then other things always took precedence. So this grant which we got from Tata Trust and Howard South Asia Institute was to introduce the computerized inventory management system for our organization, because we have a lot 3 retail stores now, and then we also do a lot of bulk supplies to a lot of consignees all over the country. So we were anyways thinking of putting some system in place. So this workshop and meeting with other NGOs like ours, it really gave me an idea that it's possible for people like us in remote locations to have that kind of system. So that really inspired us, and then we thought that let's do it. It's a very good opportunity for us. So that's how, I mean, we got the grant for the background work we have, the kind of works linkages we have for the community. So I think that's why we were chosen to. I mean, I think that the organizers saw potential in us that we could do it, and so the confidence was again built into us that okay, yes, we can also do it, and that's why we thought that it's a good opportunity. And the grant in past 5 months we have been able to implement. Most of it is in place. We have been able to barcode all our SKUs, and we have been able to digitize all our stocks, and we've been able to put the computerized billing systems in our shops with laser readers and all those things. So that way the work of a lot of our sales staff has it's been eased to a lot of extent, because keeping the stock is become much more easier, and it's become much more efficient for them.
And do you think that has also helped them give more time to the other community development work or more capacity building for the weavers and artists and knitters and all?
Yes, so that's at the shop front. So at the back end, what has happened is it's become much easier for my production and inventory team to keep a stock of all the products. So now, and we also know now much better that what things are moving, what things are not moving. So the production team can now focus on getting more artisans on board and training them in making products which are selling more. So that ways, I see in the long run, in a year or two, we would really be able to see the difference this kind of system has made, because then we would be able to identify more artisans who would do things which are moving faster, and my production team now has more time to focus on training and building more number of artisans.
It was great in the last 1 day or so to see the Kumaun Grameen Udyog project or the social enterprise as a whole. We saw the back end work, we saw the artisans, the weavers, the knitters working together as a community. We saw been quite an enriching experience to understand the kind of ecosystem that exists in this small rural town in Uttarakhand in India, and how rural livelihood creation in the Indian craft sector is actually being facilitated by organizations such as Kumaun Grameen Udyog in small but steady ways. So it has been great to meet you and your team, and we look forward to having you with us at the January summative event, where we would have an opportunity to showcase the work that you've done and your organization as a whole.
I'd like to thank from my entire team, Shashank and Kundan, for taking time out and actually visiting the grantee area. It's always nice to sort of get feedback and sort of share the work we have done, because you've been involved with us in the journey since beginning. So it was really nice that you could come and see what and how we are working here.
So thank you so much, and we'll keep in touch and look
Sure.
forward to seeing the work that KGU is doing grow more and more.
Thanks.
Thank you.